All right. Ryan Naylor here with Figured Out Crypto, and I've got Luis Martinez here from Whole Earth Foundation. He's the CMO. Luis, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
All right, perfect. I'm glad to have you on.
No, thank you for the invitation. I'm always excited to share information about our project to the community.
Great, great. So just a little bit of information. Tell me like the 30-second elevator pitch, because I met you. Actually, let's go back for a second. I met you at the meetup in LA just last week. They had BitBoy, Altcoin Daily, Crypto Stash, and those guys. And I could tell you were there to meet them and maybe even pitch an idea. But tell me like in short words, like the elevator pitch, and then I want to know more about Whole Earth Foundation, everything that you guys do.
Yeah, sure. So the Whole Earth Foundation is an organization that was established to democratize the management of cities' infrastructure and environment. So our primary goal is to provide the world's first trusted infrastructure data ecosystem, and we're planning to revolutionize how infrastructure is basically managed. So that's essentially what we're doing. I can explain more in detail about the different parts of our ecosystem, so we can get a better idea about our project and mission.
Okay. And so some of the company foundations I had looked up, Whole Earth Foundation. There's some connections over there in Japan. You're here in the States, Bay Area, which is probably the place to be when you're in crypto and tech, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. So our primary team is basically located in Japan, but we also have a few members here in the Bay Area.
Okay, gotcha. And then, so what were you doing at that meetup? Just were you pitching the influencers an idea, or?
Yeah, so this was my first the first crypto meetup that I attended in the last many months since COVID started. And well, my main goal was to be able to connect with crypto influencers, and also to basically pitch about the Whole Earth Foundation. I didn't have the opportunity to do so, but I'm looking forward for the next one. So the next meetup, I'm gonna basically like go for it and just do it.
Nice. Lead with value. That's what my mentor was saying, because I was pitching them too on an idea on joint venturing for mining, actually. So
yes.
All right.
But
so
let me tell you real quick that I talked to a lot of people over there in LA during that meetup, and I mean, I also had the opportunity to meet you. That's one of the reasons we are here. So I think it was very productive.
You have a unique team. I was going through some of the people that are on your team, and well, so the one that stood out to me the most was the gentleman that I think created Street Fighter 2. Is that for real?
Yes. So Mr. Okamoto-san, he's one of our advisors. He joined the project back in November, and well, we're basically working with him. He's right now he's taking over the whole like gaming development experience. So he's working with other designers, producers, completing the the first version of the mobile app that it's gonna be released by the end of this month.
Oh, that's quick. Okay.
Yes, so Mr. Okamoto-san, yeah, Mr. Okamoto-san, he's basically a legend. He was one of the original producers of Street Fighter 2, and he's been working with basically top gaming companies from Japan. So we are very grateful to have the opportunity to to work with him, because he's bringing a lot of value to the project. And he's also very excited to be part of our team as well.
Nice. Who else is on your team besides the creator of Street Fighter 2?
So our co-founder and chairman, Mr. Takashi Kato, he's one of the founders of the foundation, and he's basically a entrepreneur, and he is been working in the tech industry for the last decade or two. He basically sold one of his companies, robotics companies, to Google back in 2017. So along with and apart from him, we have many other individuals that have a solid background in data science, big data, AI, and product design as well. So as you can see, we have basically a solid team with different backgrounds on different industries.
Okay. And with with the gaming part of it, when I was doing a little bit of research on your project, I noticed that there was kind of like I guess a marriage between like the gaming NFT space with partnering with local government for like the infrastructure stuff, and you had some AI stuff behind that as well, in forecasting things like, I guess, wear and tear and breaks within infrastructure in cities and communities. Is that right? So walk me through
Yes.
how all that connects, like with NFTs in the gaming space that you're building out for this launch or this app.
Yeah, so the NFT space, that is something that we are just it's basically a market that we are just testing. It looks like there's a big opportunity for us to get into that space and be able to engage with a bigger community. So essentially, the whole ecosystem works this way. So right now we have a we have a desktop application, which is basically running on alpha. And with this web-based application, we allow users to collect photos of infrastructure items. So we've been focusing on collecting manhole covers for the time being, but down the road we are gonna move. We are gonna expand to other items like road conditions, water hydrants, city lights, stop signs, and you name it. So essentially, what we're doing is collecting this data. Allowing the community to help us collecting this data, collecting the photos. We are basically gathering all this data in our AI system that is provided by Fracta AI. That's the company name. That's one of our partners. So basically, they are providing the software that runs and analyzes this data. So then what is happening is that after the data is analyzed, we are providing reports that give insights about possible breaks or possible damages, or the right time for basically to replace this these infrastructure items. For example, this software that Fracta AI is providing can give you a prediction about what is the right time to replace a manhole cover, for example. So essentially what we're doing is people collect this information, they get compensated with our token, we collect the data, we run the AI, and we provide the insights. Another feature that we're working on is that once we have a big set of data, we are gonna be releasing an open source database that contains all the data around the globe, and invite developers and companies to basically use this data to create applications that can help the government and counties to basically manage their budgets more efficiently.
Okay. And you're saying, so people collect the info via what I was looking at, they take pictures of things like manhole covers or road conditions, that uploads through the app. The AI, through just mass data, can forecast infrastructure inefficiencies so that they know whether or not things need to be replaced or at a certain date, kind of thing, like the lifespan of certain road conditions. Is that kind of?
Yes, but I mean, I went too far talking about road conditions. Right now, the main focus is basically manholes. It's the item. I mean, the infrastructure items that we are focusing on. So we run a few exercises in many different districts from Japan. And the response rate from the community was very high. So right now, all that information is public. We have an application online that displays all the data that we were able to collect. And let me tell you that basically what we did in Japan was, I think was insane. And essentially what we're planning to do next is to expand globally.
Okay. And so you launched it in Japan. I saw that you had raised on that on the pitch deck, you had raised a certain amount of, you guys had raised a certain amount of funds, but you also listed recently, didn't you?
Yes.
On some exchanges?
Yes. So we just got listed on Bittrex Global, Mexi Global, Bitmart, and then we were already on Probit. And we are also available on PancakeSwap and Uniswap. And just I would like to mention that we are not open to the, I mean, we are not supposed to be selling tokens to users here in the US and also in Japan. Just wanted to make a note on that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So at least not yet.
Not yet, but we will eventually.
Okay, because I imagine a lot of people will be interested in downloading the app, and then, well, because what I was reading, anyways, about your project is that, you know, people that had been part of this, this initial group, that was, you had like a ton of people. It was like tens of thousands of people that were participating in this group. It must have been like 30,000 or something people. I think I read. That were like taking pictures of manhole covers and things like that. Is that right?
Yes, so that's what I was mentioning, that the last event that we had back in Shibuya district from Japan, basically there was like actively close to 30,000 people on the streets using our alpha, well, our mobile, I mean, desktop hybrid application to collect the manhole covers photos. So something that I would like to point out is that we are removing the web-based game application, and that's gonna be replaced by this new version of the game that is gonna be, like I was mentioning, it's gonna be released by the end of this month, and it's being designed by Mr. Okamoto-san and his team.
Gotcha. I'm excited to learn more. And the website that you guys have, what's the website name? Is it wholeearthfoundation.com or .org? I think it was.
It's a Whole Foundation org, and we are also adding another dedicated page just for the coin, and the URL is wholeearthcoin.com.
wholeearthcoin.com. Okay. And so for right now, since I'm in the US, right now I get to watch and learn, but eventually the app will that app launch here for like Android and like here in the States so that we can start participating in like civic duty type of thing?
Oh, of course. So that's basically planned to be launched within the first quarter of next year. And we are launching globally in the last quarter, globally, except US and basically, yeah, except the US. We are launching globally end of this year. And then for us to be able to be compliance with government, we're still working with our lawyers. And the time frame that we have is basically 2023 first quarter to be able to allow users from the US to play our game, to earn some tokens and help us take care of cities infrastructures.
So how I understand it is cities need help, and surveyors, independent surveyors, basically, that are citizens that want to participate in their own civic duty, take picture, that helps all the data so that the AI can keep forecasting. And then the citizen also kind of monetizes their time in a way, because then they can get paid in the coin / or NFT. Is that accurate?
Yes. So, well, going back to the NFT part, and it's already a feature that is being designed on this mobile game. It's not released yet, so that's basically what is coming. But essentially, we're giving away to every user a unique NFT or avatar, and we are also adding a marketplace to the app. So marketplace where users can like basically go and trade or basically buy and sell their NFTs that they're getting for free. And we're basically adding the NFT feature to the app because I mean, like I was mentioning, looks like NFT is an industry that it's getting a lot of attention, and we are thinking that we might be able to engage our users, basically giving or providing this type of functionality within the app. There's like more features that are gonna be designed thinking about the NFT space, but that's basically is information that I cannot share just yet. But first quarter next year, there will be like many features and benefits for users using our app in regards of NFTs.
Okay. And you said about next year is when the NFT portion is launching. Is that what you mentioned?
No, the NFT part is gonna be launched end of this month. Month. Yes. But what I was mentioning is that the entire NFT ecosystem is gonna be completed first quarter next year. So this version that we're launching, it's not gonna include everything that we've been designing, and so it's just basically a very light version of the NFT feature built in within our app.
Gotcha. So are you working with like other cities here in the US yet on this project?
We haven't done it just yet. I know that Fracta AI, which is one of our partners, they've been working with many cities from the States There's a bunch of counties, especially from San Francisco Bay Area, that they've been working with for for the last couple of years. Unfortunately, that's not that's information that I cannot share in detail, but yeah, indirectly, Fracta, it's been working with these counties, and Fracta is one of our partners. It's Fracta AI, that's the company name.
Okay, that's cool. I like that, like, business blockchain technology meets city infrastructure to help improve things within our, our physical ecosystem. It's nice that there's new projects that are popping up that are going to be helping to solve problems, and they're blockchain based. Like I nerding out here for a second, like on blockchain based technology that's like part of infrastructure would be like helium. I just started mining helium recently with my little miners that I got. I think that's kind of fun because it's like also public utility, so there's like these new businesses that are blockchain based that solve these unique problems with real world case, and they pay the consumer. So
yes, essentially, based on the surveys that we run over there in Japan, it looks like many of our users, they were so basically they went outside to the streets to collect this information for us without even thinking about getting compensated by us or by the foundation. And essentially, most of our users, what they were saying is that they did it because they did really care about the condition of the city. And so that's something very positive that we are hearing about our current user base. I don't want to think that that's the case for like other countries, but I might be wrong. And so basically, what we did in Japan, because we cannot add a token just yet to compensate the users for doing basically collecting the photos or providing this data to us. Eventually, after the release of the app, talking about the native app, this functionality is going to be added, but we are working with our lawyers to make sure we are compliant and we are able to give away these tokens to citizens from Japan. So as you can see, we're basically taking the right steps to make sure we don't break any government laws and make sure we are compliant.
Okay. So people that want to do their own research, wholeearthfoundation.org or wholeearthcoin.com. They can check you guys out there. I really appreciate you coming on. Well, I do have like one last question or request, and that is, what projects, let's say you named one or two other projects, what other projects are you interested in as an investor?
So I'm very excited about Matic. I think Matic, basically Polygon, is here to compete with Ethereum. I think they have the team, they're building the infrastructure, and then they just got funded by this company based in India. So I'm thinking Ethereum might start, Ethereum users might start migrating to these other options, especially because of the gas fees, and also like basically developing on Ethereum network, it's very expensive. And there's like solutions like Polygon that, from my opinion, it's something that is basically a network that the Holder Foundation is also looking into.
Gotcha, Matic, that's a good one. I got a little bit of that. I watched there was a AMA with Sandeep Nailwall and Brian Rose from London Real. It was very, very telling. And yeah, I like that they are solving problems on the gas fees with ETH. I think that's a big deal.
Yes, it's very expensive. And yeah, I had the opportunity to do some blockchain development as well, and just like deploying a project, on the Ethereum network, it's very expensive. So I was very excited at the very beginning when we were like basically on the discovery phase, trying to figure out what blockchain to use to deploy also our token. And then when I realized about the fees, it was like, oh my goodness, this is like too much. So now I'm very glad that Polygon is there. And definitely like next project, we are gonna like basically think, we're also thinking about like migrating, by the way, to Polygon in the long term.
Yeah, I think that that's what a lot of projects are doing right now. They just don't want those high gas fees to, to cause problems, especially with people that want to provide liquidity and yield farm. It's like you want to provide liquidity to a project that you believe in, but you don't want to do it if it's going to cost you $100 or $200 in gas fees. And you can do that on Matic or buying a smart chain and these other ones for all less than $1, in fees.
Yes, Binance is also a good option. I recently tested Engine as well, and I think it's good. But for me, I think Polygon Matic looks stronger because of the round of funding that they just got. So I think they got close to over $400 million investment from Sequoia, company based in India, and I think that's huge.
Nice. Well, Luis, I really appreciate you coming on the call today. Thanks for representing.
No, thank you, Ryan, for the invitation. It was very nice to meet you over there, and I would also like to learn more about your projects as well. So maybe one of these days we can connect and talk about it as well.
Let's do it. That's what we do.
Exactly.
All right. Take care, my friend.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a